meditation can seem intimidating. I remember when I first started, I didn't know how to measure whether or not I was doing it. And I set my sights on having a communication, getting some actual feedback from nature. So one of the things I would do is I would go to a park, and I'd sit in a spot by a creek, and I'd meditate. And I'd ride my bike to the end of the trail. And when I found one summer, every single time after my meditation, I'd ride my bike to the trail, a small animal would appear. And it was as if it was saying, hey, we heard you. And my first animal that appeared was a large 8-foot black snake. And I freaked out because of my Christian upbringing, thinking that I had just contacted the devil. But lo and behold, as I was doing more and more homework and writing food for the Archons, the snake in the Gnostic writings is looked upon as a teacher, or the instructor as they call it. And that was kind of my initiation into this exciting world that I'm in now, in communicating through meditation with spirits and animals and nature. And ultimately, and what I found is that nature is constantly speaking to us. We've just forgotten how to listen. But when we can quiet our mind, we can have that communication. And in this chapter I thought it was important to share several of my experiences communicating with nature and then receiving communication from nature and the significance of it. It's very empowering to have an experience like that. And my goal with Food for the Archons ultimately was just to open the minds of my readers to the possibility that we're able to connect into something far greater beyond the 5 senses that can enrich our lives, protect us, and inform us. Communicating with nature is exciting. It's also terrifying. I remember trying to wrap my head around the fact that I had asked for communication and something showed up. And not just once, not just twice, but multiple times. Every time I attempted my little experiment in meditation to commune with nature. And what really got me was when nature called me and I responded to the signal and found something there waiting for me. And I thought that was important to share in this journey of Food for the Archons, and showing really what we're all capable of if we just stop and listen. Nature is constantly speaking to us. There's constantly signals being thrown at us. We've just forgotten how to listen. But we can gain some very profound, deep spiritual insights and knowledge, gnosis, and get to know ourselves a little bit better when we just stop to listen. And I'm on a hike today. I recently moved. I'm in a new town, and I'm at this nature preserve, and I'm not lost, but I feel like I'm lost. I mean, if you look around me 360, it's foggy, there's woods everywhere. I'm not on the trail. I completely went off the trail to kind of get lost, because sometimes in order to find yourself, you need to lose yourself. And that's exactly what I kind of did today. And it's a little spooky. I walked through a spot where there was a dead deer carcass, nothing but bones left, and animals scat everywhere. Deer, and it looked like wild dog, and who knows, maybe something a little bit bigger. But that little bit of fear, that little bit of feeling lost sometimes really reminds you of what's important. And I'm just going to sit here and try to reconnect with nature and find my way. And again, you know, as we continue this journey through Food for the Archons, you'll see even more the science, repeated experiments behind how plants commune with the work of Cleve Baxter. And I'll talk more about that in another Behind the Scenes with the author. So I hope you'll check it out. I'm Human, Food for the Archons. Humanity's psychic connection, parallel worlds, simulated realities, and the manipulation of mankind. Available at sixsensemedia.net, Amazon.com.